Hi and welcome back to Bill's Cichlid room. Well, after the auction last week I had a bit of an accident. I actually broke one of the braces in the tank, so I thought I'd do a quick video about how I fixed it, and we'll have a look at a couple of the tanks now that some of the fish have been thinned out. So if you haven't already, please do hit the subscribe button, press the like button to be notified of the next video, and let's get on with it. Well, when I was catching fish for the auction last weekend, I accidentally leant on the brace in the tank, and as you can see, the silicons all give way. So the brace, it actually just gives the tank some stability, so keeps the front and the back together so that it doesn't bow out. So what I've done is I've emptied about a third of the water out the tank just to take some pressure off the front, just in case. So I'll leave it to dry out overnight, clean it all off, get some silicone ordered, and have a go at repairing it. So here's the silicone that I got. It's the HA6, so it's marine grade, but more importantly, it doesn't have any antifungal properties, so it's safe for aquarium use. So yeah, while I did think about making an octopus tank like Joey, but yeah, I haven't got any octopus, so yeah, I changed my mind on that one. So here it is. I've cleaned it all off the best I can, got all the old silicone off. I've put a bead of silicone right along, and I've pressed it into place, and I've put some clamps in just to hold it, so I'll leave it for a day or two. And the tank next to it as well, the brace, I noticed that actually gone on that one, so I've done a quick repair on that one as well, just in case. Yeah. So what we got here, this is the tank here with the Cichlids in it. So yeah, they've actually they have actually bred now, and there's some free swimming fry in there. So I thought we'd get a quick look at that in a moment. And this is the tank with the fennies in that the brace has actually gone on. So yeah, I mean, what some people would probably do is empty the complete tank out, clean it all off and start again. But I've got no room to put anything, so like I had to sort of do it in situ. But here we go. So this is a couple of days later. It seems to have worked. It's all held together. The clamps are off. I've done a water change on the tank, and yeah, all the fish look quite happy. I've put the Feste in this tank as well now. So there's 5 of them that I've put in up to now. I've got another 3 or 4 to move over. But yeah, if you can spot the Feste, here's one here. So yeah, this is the first time that they've been introduced into other fish. So yeah, they're a little bit skittish at the moment, a little bit in hiding, but it won't take long for them to settle in. So yeah, back to the T-bar, the Cichlids, and the Melon Rambo. So the Melon Rambo are doing really well now. They've all been dewormed a couple of times. They're eating like little pigs, putting on loads of weight. So yeah, really pleased with those. But yeah, here you can see it's the fry off the Cichlids, the T-bar Cichlid. So there's not many of them actually. I'm not sure whether they get a net, but I've not got a tank ready to actually put them into, so I'm just going to leave them and let them get on with it. If any survive, they survive. If not, they don't. But yeah, it's one of the few things that I've had breeding in the Cichlid room over the last couple of months. Yeah, the red-head tapirjas, the geophagus, so still waiting for those to go again in this tank. As you know, if you've watched my previous videos, they have spawned once or twice before, but like unsuccessfully. So yeah, hopefully they will go in this tank. Well, yeah, the Melon Rambo, they're fantastic. I'm really pleased with these. So yeah, looking forward to them growing on. So yeah, it'll take a couple of years before they're anywhere near full size. But yeah, it's as everything with this hobby, it's all about patience. So this is some fish that I picked up at the auction. They weren't in the auction. It was a friend of mine had them. So it's the Amatelania nanulatus, He said he had some breeding, and when I asked him could I have any, he said, well, they're really, really small at the moment. I said, well, it doesn't matter. So he's caught 6 of them for me. So I've put them in this tank to grow on. So it looks like they're only about 3 or 4 weeks old, to be fair. Maybe a little older because they are slow growing. But yeah, there's 6 of them in this tank. So yeah, I suppose for the size of them, they're it's quite a big tank for them to grow on. So this is the Phorictes macupinis, the Ellioti. So I got a pair of these a couple of months ago. I put them in this tank for quarantine, and they actually spawned. So I didn't take any of the fry off them, just left them, and all the fry disappeared. And then within a couple of weeks, I think it was 3 weeks, they actually spawned again. And unfortunately, the male actually killed the female. So I've took the male out of the tank and just left the fry in there. So these are ones that Steph's been breeding. So these are West African cichlids. So I've actually done a video on this. I think it was the last video I put up. So if you're interested in them, if you have a look, and yeah, there's a lot more details on them. So yeah, the Nanolatus again. So yeah, there's a few bits growing on in here at the moment. And I thought we'd have a look at this tank. So in this tank, it's the female Spilaris, as you can see in the front there with all the stripes. Unfortunately, I've lost the male, but I have got grow outs of those. A lot of them I put into the auction last week. And Paul, big fish lad, he's took a group of them off me. We've got the Cutter Iron here breeding in the back. The Fenestratus in the front, even the white one, believe it or not, that's off the same batch as the normal coloration ones, but yeah, it's turned the white or the pink coloration. The only one out of this group of 6 that I pulled out, which I thought was quite interesting. Yeah, so there's a load of Amatelania minor iron there. Neotropolis neotropulus. So this is the tank that these are all the ones that I've bred myself. So yeah, I've took like about half a dozen of each species that I've bred over the last 18 months or so, and put them in this tank to grow on. So these are like future breeding projects, if you like. But yeah, it's a real nice community setting, like of cichlids. So yeah, there's no aggression in there. They all seem to get on. If you watch some of the other videos, you know the neotropolis, they've been breeding in here. You might spot a couple of like real youngsters in there that have survived. The Cutteri, obviously, they're breeding in there. It won't be too long until the VAR Fenestratus, until they start pairing off. No doubt the whole dynamic of the tank would change then, but like that's a problem for another day. Oh yeah, and this is the Phorictes macupinis, the Ellioti. So that's the male. So he's the one that I've took out of the tank with all the fry. Yeah, it's probably my favourite tank at the moment, this one. Just the way it's set up and like all the different species in there and watching them all interact with each other. Like it is a really interesting tank. And the aquascaping as well, if you can call it that. Like a pile of rocks, some bogwood, and the interesting bogwood. Which, as you know, it took me about a month before it would actually sink. And I had to weigh it down with rocks on top. So this is a male Mineri, but most of them are females, unfortunately. But like, there's only 1 or 2 males. So this is Steph's tank after she caught all the fish for the auction. So it's the Alanacada Reuben Red. So she got rid of a fair few of those. And the lemon blue-eyed bristle noses, she got rid of a fair few of those as well. So yeah, it looks a lot thinner, this tank. Yeah, I think she's got 1 or 2 males left of the Alanacara. There is one there you can just see going behind the bogwood. But so this tank, this is the one with the Salvini. So there's the female Nanolatus that I've had for a while, and the male Salvini. So there's 2 males and 1 female. Obviously we've got the Bocorti in there as well, and there's a pair of another pair of the Geophagus redhead Tapajas. Bocorti, fantastic fish. Like, doing really well. They've grown. They're only about an inch when I first got them, an inch and a half at max. So yeah, they're doing really, really well. Yeah, the female Sajaka. So yeah, the colours in that are really starting to come through. So yeah, I just thought we'd have a look at some of the tanks there now they've thinned out a little bit, and like just an overview on what's been going on. Well, thanks for watching. I'm really looking forward to growing out the Nanolatus, and let's hope that we got a couple of pairs out of them. And I'll see you all on the next video.